Guys, hey, me it's here, Greed. Today I want to talk about 6v6 and specifically one of the most annoying things I found in the patch so far. Now, I will say, I am absolutely loving it. This is the first time in a very long time I've been able to open Overwatch and actually play it for longer than 30 minutes before getting bored. I'm now playing like 2-3 hours and then going, I'm actually not even stopping playing because I'm bored. I'm stopping playing because I'm like hungry or something. It feels fantastic. I'm actually enjoying playing the game. However, there is one thing in it that I am completely losing my fucking mind about. Genuinely, it sent me into the strat. I have never been more annoyed in my whole life playing Overwatch other than against this. I'm saying it now. Maybe it's rose-tinted glasses. Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know. But genuinely, this feels worse to play into as Genji than Goats did. And that was awful. The thing I'm talking about is probably very apparent. It's triple support. That is hands down. And not just triple support either. Not just triple support. Mass sustained triple support comps when you combo them things with like Orisa, Zarya, D.Va, things like things that are really good at staying alive. And with all of the fucking healing, it is mind blowing. You're gonna see in the gameplay in the background. You quite literally cannot kill anything against this comp. Genuinely, everything is invincible. And people are going to say, oh, you didn't bait the cooldowns properly. That's true. Oh, you didn't take the duel absolutely perfectly. That's true. You didn't play next to cover absolutely perfectly. That's true. I made mistakes. Fair enough. And in a lot of cases, you're right. I shouldn't have killed who I'm complaining about. However, that doesn't change the fact that people might think, yeah, this is fair. And maybe it is, because we can run the same thing, right? We were technically capable of running the same comp, therefore we can't really complain about it because we just do the same thing, right? But it is absolutely fucking AIDS. It is unbelievable AIDS. They ran, I don't even know exactly what support comp they ran, but generally speaking, they'd run like Kiri, Weaver, Ana, or like Kiri, Weaver, Bap, just infinite sustain, infinite denial, and they'd run Orisa, Zarya, and they'd probably run like a Bastion or something to it with self-heal. And it was the most mind-numbingly stupid comp I've ever played against. I don't think I got a single kill all game against any of these comps. They are literally unkillable. If you dive literally anything at all, they're gonna get Suzu'd, they're gonna get life gripped, they're gonna get emo'd or naded, you're gonna get slept, they're gonna get bubbled, the fucking Orisa's gonna fortify on you and push you with javelin. It is just unfathomably boring. It's worse than Goats, because at least in Goats you could burst someone down fast enough, right? Like you catch the Zen out of position, you could get a burst on him if the Brig's not paying attention, right? You cannot kill fucking anything against this comp. They have 5 heroes that just say nuh-uh, 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 or 6 heroes technically with the Bastion self-heal. They just say nuh-uh, and you will never kill anything. It is unbelievable how this shipped alive like this. It was, listen, I get it. We're not trying to say I played perfectly here or whatever. I'm just saying that playing against this comp was genuinely fucking miserable. You cannot do anything. The amount of times I would get quite literally perfect dive on a support hero, and I'm about to combo them, and it's oh, you're bubbled, never mind. Oh, you're Suzu'd, never mind. Oh, you're life grip, never mind. Oh, you're emo'd, never mind. Oh, you're naded, never mind. Or it's the Bastion. Oh, you're self-healing, never mind. Or oh, you're fortified, never mind. It just, like, how are the Blizzard devs not looking at some of these heroes and thinking, yeah, this is a problem. There's way too much sustain in this game. There's way too much denial. I literally cannot kill anything in this game. Genuinely. It was physically impossible for me to kill anything. If I went for anyone, they were getting a denial cooldown sent on them. It's so cancer. So, what is the solution to killing this comp, right? What is the best way to do it? Do you know what the best way to do it is?
Wait, that's weird. It's long range burst damage in one hit. Whoa, long range burst damage in one hit? That's weird. It's almost like that's been only the viable. That's been the only viable strat since like 2019. That's weird. That's weird how that works, because I swear there's been multiple balance patches trying to adjust that, and it's been the only viable strategy for 6 years.
Anyway, what do I know? But it's just like, it's so fucking nonsensical, right? Because, right, double shield, okay, we need to get into this. Double shield was a meta comp because of the way sustain worked in the game, right? You could sustain a comp for fucking ever with Brick Bap, and that's why double shield was so effective, because you would stack the mass sustain with the mass survivability cooldowns of Orisa Sigma. Everyone knows this, I've explained this a million times. However, we are doing that in Overwatch 2. It's just the same thing again. And before people say, oh, that's 6v6, that's 6v6, it's not. The same shit happens in 5v5, where you go against like Orisa, Carry Weaver, or whatever, and nothing is killable. It's just more aggressive in 6v6 because you can stack 3 supports. The big issue is the amount of sustain, and here's the thing. The sustain, I did say the biggest issue, it's actually not. It's the denials, right? And the same thing with GOATs. If you got, like, if you played really well and you caught, like, that, I don't even know. Like, let's say you caught the Zen out of position, or the Moira, if you're talking about old GOATs, right? You caught one of them out of position, it didn't matter what hero you were on. You could kill them. You could. You're not killing this comp out of position. They can quite literally do whatever they want, because no matter what happens, they're going to get a denial. Alright, and back in the day in Overwatch 1, you could get the Zarya bubble, and that's valuable. And in this mode, it's valuable too. If you dive a support, and you force the Zarya bubble on the support, then it's value, because you don't have the bubble for the front line anymore. So it's actually not that bad to get the Zarya bubble is the least annoying part of the whole comp, okay? Because you can deal with it, and that's actual value. However, the problem is, all of the fucking support denial means that you never need to force the Zarya bubble, because they'll just get life grip, Suzu'd, lamped, naded, you're gonna get slept, they're gonna press their healing button, they're gonna do one of the 5 million things that make them completely invincible before they get the bubble out. So I wouldn't mind diving a support and getting the Zarya bubble. That's great value for me, I'm happy with that, that's what my character's really good at doing. But to dive a support and go, okay, for me to kill anything, now I'm playing a DPS character, remember, like, let's not do this fucking thing where we live in an idealistic world where you're like, well, actually, I'm just gonna look at things in the way that, you know, I'm gonna tie no emotion or fun to it whatsoever, and we're just gonna look at things, you know what I'm talking about, those kind of people, they're like, well, actually, it's okay that Suzu's so broken because you forced it, that's such a powerful cooldown, so it's okay. It's not okay, it's fucking boring, okay, but you know what I'm talking about. So, when I dive a support in the backline, alright, and I'm thinking, I'm going to get the bubble for this, and then that means my team can walk on their main tank, right? No, because I'm going to dive a support, and they're going to get life grip, they're going to get MO, they're going to get... Right, we've already established all of this. But not only that, they also have ludicrously powerful offensive potential with their stupidly high damage output, stupidly high mobility in the sense of Weaver and Carry, because the Carry can go backline and fight. Because who gives a fuck? She's got 5 abilities on her team that are just going to be like, nah, I'm alive. Do you know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. So there's that part of it too. It's the fact that they've got mass sustain, mass deniability, mass survivability cooldowns, hypermobility on some of the characters, and tons of dueling potential. That never existed in GOATs. The only hero that came close to that was Brig, and she was the most broken character in the history of the game. However, now we have 6 heroes in Overwatch 2 all coming together to make something where I legitimately believe it to be worse than GOATs in the sense of how it feels to play against. Is it an objectively stronger comp? Would it do better in organized play? I don't know. But what I do know is that it's less fun to play against, because I knew in GOATs, if I played absolutely perfectly and I forced a bit, like 1 or 2 cooldowns or whatever, I could chase down one of these heroes and be like, you know what, I killed them, right? I forced the Zarya bubble out, maybe I got a repair pack, I'm gonna go for Zen. I may be able to duel him down and get out, right? In this comp, like, there's nothing I can do. There are physically not... my hero physically cannot play fast enough to do anything, right? By the time I've forced the last cooldown that will save someone, the first one they used is already off cooldown again. It's physically not possible to do anything. And another thing that I want to talk about, because a lot of people aren't talking about it, Moira's perk that makes her fade for 0.5 seconds longer, right? Longer fade duration, completely annihilated Genji. By the way, I'm going to make more videos, making why Genji's terrible. I'm making another Kiriko video. And I'm probably going to make a Moira video on her perk and how it completely fucking deleted all of the dive DPS from the game. And how she became the most unkillable thing in the whole game against dive DPS now, because of the fade duration, but especially Genji. Because before, if you were attacking a Moira in Blade or something, and she faded out, you could dash after her and chase her down. With the extra fade duration, she gets so far away, you physically cannot chase her. And by the time you close the distance on her with shurikens, she can fade again and go heal herself. Genji quite literally cannot kill a Moira that's paying attention. It's not possible. If a Moira is looking at a Genji and is actually paying attention, it is not possible for a Genji to kill her if she doesn't want him to. That's absurd. And here's the thing, we've been in a mass sustain meta for like 6 years. How the devs have not realized how the sustain and the survivability cooldowns and so on are problematic is unreal. Maybe they have realized it, and maybe they just don't care. But either way, something is going on where there is absolutely no concern at all for the fact that support heroes in this game have been the main reason the game has been terrible for like literally years. Half a decade. The game has sucked because of support. Like, Double Shield was because supports were broken. Goats was because the supports were broken. I mean, the vast majority of every annoying comp in the history of Overwatch was because supports were so AIDS. Like, I will say, though, Double Sniper was insanely AIDS, and that was not a support issue. There you go. That's one meta I can name that was really fucking cancer, that was not directly a support problem. Did they make it worse? Absolutely. But it wasn't their fault. Anyway, if you want to win absolutely every game you play in 6v6, load up a 6-stack of your friends, because you've got them, and then play Kiri, Weaver, Ana or Bap, Orisa, Zarya, Bastion, and you pick all of the sustain perks. If you can pick a perk that makes you sustain, you pick the perk. And you just become literally invincible. You have every hero on your team has mass dueling potential. They have mass 1v1 potential, super high damage spam, and they're completely fucking invincible to everything other than Widow. So do you know how you deal with a Widow? You just stand behind a fucking wall all day, and you do nothing. And you bunker on a corner, and you just stand there. It is the quintessential, most boring it is a fast-paced FPS game where the best method to win is to stand still and mass sustain. But here we are. That's Overwatch for you. People are gonna say that the stupid shit they usually say, where it's like, oh, well, you could run it too, or like you're playing Genji and Genji's OP because Genji's win rate on overbuff is high. You're retarded. I'm gonna make a video on Genji and why he's terrible. Genji's still bad. He's not as bad as Hanzo or Soldier. Those heroes are genuinely throw picks. Genji's playable, but he's not good. But it's okay because all the gold players are telling me he's good because he got played 10 minutes BCS, or his win rate or pick rate are high, even though I made a video talking about how win rate and pick rate don't indicate player strength. But it's okay. Anyway, have a good day. Goodbye. Have a good day. Goodbye. 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 Actually, have a good pasta. David, I know you're watching this. I don't know a David, but if there's a David watching this, I know you're eating pasta, you fucker. Okay, goodbye. Have a good day.